What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live stream, and today is a big day for Arsenal Football Club, people. Make no mistake about it. Usually when I see other teams win the League Cup, I'm like, whatever, that trophy don't mean anything. But you see, when Arsenal have got a chance of winning that trophy, boy, I'm shameless, people. That trophy looks better than the Champions League to me right now. A big, big day for Arsenal. I wasn't going to go live today, but there is quite a lot to talk about. Don't forget, 7:15 tonight, watch along settings. Make sure you smash a like before we even turn up on that watch along, because tonight is going to be Scenes FC. I told the people who I live with tonight it's going to be noisy. The neighbours, they're going to look at me like I'm a lunatic tomorrow. But we're back, people. Hopefully we'll be talking about Wembley, playing Chelsea in the final. Let's see what happens. When I turn up with Anelka in the background, people, you need to know I'm in rebellious mode. They used to call him Lasuk. What a player. One of the best strikers I've seen at Arsenal. If you were lucky enough to see him, then you know. Beresford said, sit down if you hate Tottenham. There you go. I'm here all day, people. Beresford Productions, big up to you. Big up to each and every one of you who's tuned in today. We are going to go into Granit Xhaka mode. Let's slow things down. Let me make sure I don't miss too many messages. Big, big day for the Gunners. And quite a few bits to talk about today. It'll probably be a 45-minute to an hour show. And then watch along settings tonight. And there we go. Stand up if you hate Tottenham. Yeah, you get me once, people. You get me once. Big up to Snake Eyes, who said, big up Big C. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Big up to man like Cage, who said, I bet you 66k that someone gets a yellow card tonight. Don't get me started. Who was it, people? Who was it? Surely it's got to be Granit Xhaka. We know he's a cert to get booked every game. If I had a spare 66k, I'll probably put it on Granit Xhaka to get booked as well. You'd flip that money real quick. How's everyone feeling? Daniel said, yo, Curtis, I'm excited for the first time in my life for the League Cup. I think I hear you. Johnny said, Martinelli FC. Sally's here for Daily Do Sam. We will get into that later on in the show. Anelka settings, man. What a player he was. Proper bad man player. Scenes FC. Listen, it's going to be absolute scenes today. That is for sure. Now, let's get one thing clear, people. Let's get one thing clear. Last night was a bad night for Arsenal Football Club. Oh, man. Last night was not good. So I come downstairs. I'm watching a little bit of the Man United game. And I'm like, yeah, they've won this. Light work. 3 points. They go level on points with us. So I'm like, turn over the other channel. Tottenham are losing 2-1. Yeah, cool. At least Tottenham have lost. We all know what happened in the next 79 seconds. And I want to say this to you. Youri Tielemans, you will never play for Arsenal Football Club for the rest of your life because you are a disgrace. I'm on tie settings. Tielemans, you're a disgrace, and I hope Leicester get relegated. What was Youri Tielemans doing? Didnt, give me an explanation. You've conceded a goal, 95th minute. You've bottled it. It's a draw. At least you've got a point, not the end of the world. Tielemans gets the ball. 30 seconds to go. Clip the ball into the corner. Keep Tottenham in their own half. This man plays some foolish pass in the middle of the pitch. Kane through ball. Bergwijn scores. They've shut down the place. I couldn't believe it. I actually felt like I was in agony watching that. It was a madness. Nah, Deluda Guna, man. Nah, DG, what are you doing scoring goals like that? Good goals as well. Nah, man. Vex. I'm telling you, Leicester, man. Bottle jobs. Can't believe Tielemans did that. Don't ever bring him to Arsenal. He was shocking last night as well. Maybe he's trying to force a move, but I don't want a player that's doing things like that, man. Way too slow on the ball. Painful night last night. I'm telling you, Eric, I was in agony. Seeing them shut down Leicester like that, man, it was a joke. But listen, bigger and better things. Trophies, something Tottenham don't know too much about. They're allergic to them. Can we handle our business tonight, people? Before we start today's show, it's only right that I start with this. Because I'm going to be honest, and I don't say this often. Didnt actually said he was crying. I can understand. I saw something on the Arsenal Twitter page today that threw me off. They've done a lot of things over the years, Arsenal, that have thrown me. Signing Kim Kallstrom. You know, signing Andre Santos, releasing training kits after we've lost, appointing Mikel Arteta, who never managed. But this one today, you've taken it to depths I never thought I would see. Now, I need to warn you before I show you this. Now, let's start with this. Don't look like anything too strange. Next stop, Arsenal. Our brand new TFL range has just dropped, celebrating our history with Adidas football and the London Underground. So for those of you that know, London Underground is, you know, the train service that people use to get around in London. This pattern that Arsenal have got on the shirt is basically the pattern that is on the seats on the train. So first of all, it looks like trash. Yeah, I can't lie. It looks like trash. It looks like you're walking around with a seat on your top. That's the first thing. Bus seat cover settings. But then what pushes me to the limit? Oh, dear Arsenal. I mean, last time you got the puppies out with Xhaka. But this time, they went for mannequins. What on earth is this? I mean, Emile Smith-Rowe, who this is supposed to be, he's got two different hairstyles on the same head. He's got blonde hair at the front and brown at the back. I don't know who this lady is, forgive me. I don't know. And I believe this is Thomas Partey. I thought this was Michael Jackson, God rest his soul, one of the greatest music artists ever, if not the greatest, in the Thriller video. I thought they were going to stand up and start singing, you know, 'cause this is Thriller, Thriller. I thought he was going to start moonwalking. What is that? It gets worse, people. It gets worse. Let's go here. Smith-Rowe, bit of headphones on, cool. That's his hairstyle. Over here, he's back to two different hairstyles. Little newspaper, a book of Ian Wright. It gets worse. What on earth is this? If I'm Thomas Partey, I'm handing in a transfer request. I think they're trying to tell us something here. Because if we zoom in here, people, Thomas Partey's got grey hair. He's got grey bits in his hair. What's happened to his hair? I think they're trying to let us know indirectly that he's a granddad and that's why he's playing so bad. Look at the state of that training kit. I'm actually getting a headache looking at the training kit. But who sat there and decided in Arsenal's PR company, I tell you what, we're going to bring out a training kit that looks like a bus seat, and to promote it, we're going to put mannequins around the London Underground, and we're going to get 4 Thomas Parteys in the same picture with grey hair. I mean, what's he doing here? Is he the guy who works on the train? This is the guy. This guy's in a jacket, you know, probably going out for a drink after work. And this, I just don't know what that is. What is that? That is horrendous. And the picture, jeez. Thomas Partey's got grey hair in the picture. I mean, wow. That, for me, is the worst training kit I have ever seen. And the PR to promote it. I mean, I thought, is this Halloween? I'm telling you, I'm expecting him to just start singing, "It's close to midnight, and something evil's lurking in the dark." I thought this was Michael Jackson. God rest his soul. What is that? Let me take it off the screen. Any kids watching right now, man, I have to leave because that's scary. I'm telling you, that's some scary-ish going off right there, people. George, apologies, man. Said don't zoom in on that mannequin again. I mean, can that mannequin play centre midfield tonight, please? You know, we might need him. What is that? Arsenal, man. No wonder Nike ran off. Nike said, "Nah, man, we're done with them, man." Adidas, man. You ain't going to sell too many of them. You are not going to sell too many of them. AC said they found his real birth certificate. They're trying to tell us something. I want to know why he's got grey hair. He's meant to be 27, 28. Why is his hair grey? You know me, people. You know what? Even if we win tonight, I will not be ordering that. I don't care if it's next day delivery, same day, half price. I ain't walking around in no bus seat training kit. That is horrendous. That is Arsenal, people. I like the way they released it this morning, just in case things go wrong tonight. But boy, that's crazy. That is some crazy training kit, man. That gives me a headache. Sheets of metal, yo, Curtis, those are some different youths wearing masks of the players. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, man. Sheets of metal. Big up to you, bro. Ahmad Sissoko. I still got my London Oyster card. Yo. Just buy some. Go to your local store and buy some dishcloths. Turn them into a t-shirt. Slap an Arsenal badge on them. They're gonna probably charge you about £80 for it. Wow. Absolute wow, people. I mean, that is some bad training kit. They didn't even get the puppies out for that. Even the puppies couldn't promote that. 1970s carpet. I'm telling you, man. They linked up with 424 before. Nice fashion designer. This time they decided to go with the London Underground. I think you got it slightly wrong this time, Arsenal, but I forgive you. You know, we'll see people wearing it over the next few days. You know, someone will have it on, I tell you. But I will not be going near this. Pep Teta said, I will buy this for you, bro. Hey, save your money, bro. I'm telling you. Listen, I love Arsenal, man, but I ain't wearing that. I can't lie. I'm not wearing that. I'm telling you, Storm Steel, Michael Jackson settings. I thought this was the Halloween session. I can't believe what they done to Thomas Partey. Man's just been knocked out. Thomas Partey's just been knocked out of AFCON. He's fuming. Ghana have failed in a tournament. He's flying back to England. And Arsenal have put out a PR of him looking like he's in the latest Thriller video. I would be fuming. With grey hair. What they trying to tell us? Vex, bruv. Absolutely vex. But here's what it is. Rowan said, do you need a train ticket if you wear this crap? Or do you just camouflage with the seat? Yeah, maybe you get on the tube for free, man. They won't be able to see you. You just blend in with the seats, you know. It's all mad, people. It is all mad. But there you go. I have to start the day like that. Arsenal. You're a dream for a content creator. I can't lie. You're a dream. You just, you know. You wake up in the morning, you say, right, what am I going to talk about? And I see mannequins in a train station promoting a training kit that looks like the dishcloths that you wash the dishes with. It is only Arsenal. It really is only Arsenal. But right, let's get into the serious stuff. No more mannequins, no more scary pictures of Thomas Partey with grey hair, people. It is a big day for Arsenal. It is transfer season. We need to get players in. We're at the point now where I feel like our season is hanging by a thread. A lot of people were saying yesterday, if we go through the rest of this season with Lacazette and Nketiah as our front two, or as our two options through the middle, we won't get top four, in my opinion. I don't think we'll get top four with Lacazette and Eddie Nketiah. I don't see there being enough goals there. Now, we heard yesterday that Aubameyang could be on his way out. He could be on his way out. And big up Sandiso said, yo, Big C, just subscribed. You're the funniest football YouTuber all the way from South Africa. Big up to you. Nicholas said, maybe they hired the guy from The Apprentice who thought a brown lumpy electric toothbrush meant to look like a wand was a good idea. Listen, whoever made that, you need to have a meeting tomorrow morning. Snake Eye said, we have moved on a lot of players and freed up space for some signings. 100%. Now, we heard the news yesterday. We had breaking news while I was on stream yesterday. It nearly shut down my whole stream. I'm actually wearing this shirt today. And this was when Aubameyang won us the FA Cup. So it's kind of made it look like I'm wearing it in his honour. But James Benge obviously came out with the exclusive yesterday. Saudi giants Al Nassr have made a loan offer to Arsenal for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang with a mandatory €8 million purchase clause. The Gunners are still mulling it over. According to reports that have come out today, Edu is willing to do business. And they're probably willing to even accept that amount of money. Now, we was debating yesterday saying €8 million is too cheap. I think the problem is, it's the fact he turns 33 in the summer. It's the fact he earns 300 grand a week. And it's the fact that he has fallen out with the manager. Once that happens, they would rather get him out. So we look at it and probably say, okay, he's worth more than 6 million. But Arsenal are looking at it and saying, it's worse keeping him and paying him 300 grand when they don't want him at the club anymore. My only thing with this, everybody is saying this is a great move for Aubameyang, which from the outside, it looks decent. He can go to Saudi Arabia, get massive money, nice hot climate, somewhere that you would think he could live comfortably. Gold Lamborghinis will fit right in. It'll be all over it. But there's nothing certain to say that he wants to go there. Because let's face it, and I said this on yesterday's stream, when you go to somewhere like Saudi Arabia, you're retiring from football, no disrespect. You're collecting the bag and you're not playing at a great footballing standard. No disrespect to anyone who watches football in Saudi Arabia. It's not the level of European football in the big leagues. So you've got to assume that Aubameyang wants to go there. He's a family man. I believe he's married. He's got kids. Does he want to live over there? Possibly, but possibly not. And there aren't many other options because we thought Barcelona might come for him. They haven't. Newcastle have signed a striker. So, you know, and Ikata says here, Aubameyang won't go there. He's still got juice. If he feels like, listen, I'm 32, 33 in the summer. I can have another 2 years in Europe. I can go and play in Italy, Spain, France, the Premier League. And then at 35, I'll go Saudi Arabia or somewhere like that. You know, he may not want to take it. Elvis said, I'm sorry, he's too good to leave Europe. And I think he is, because you got to look at it like this. Look around Europe at the moment at the strikers. People are rating people at 60, 70 million off the back of one decent season. Aubameyang could still go somewhere else and probably score goals if you created a lot of chances for him. It depends where his mind is at. He could go there now and go, you know what, I'm a little bit tired. I'm 33 in the summer. Let me get a 3-year deal on 300 grand and chill out and relax and retire. Or he could look at it and say, you know what, I need to win a couple more trophies, go somewhere else. So it depends on the situation. Pedro, I will be doing the watch along tonight, of course. Of course. 7:15, I'm live. It's already up on YouTube, so make sure you like that. We're looking for 2,000 likes tonight. No messing around, people. Big business tonight. It also goes on to say, Al Hilal are also interested in Aubameyang. No bid from them, but they are keen as well. So that is the rivals of Al Nassr who play in Saudi Arabia as well. They also want to sign Aubameyang. But listen, £8 million, €8 million. It's actually £6 million for Aubameyang. You know, something that we've spoken about over the last, months is Arsenal have to learn how to do business properly if they're going to compete. You can't be a self-sustaining model and yet players are walking out left, right and centre for cheap, for hardly any money. Kolasinac on a free. Socrates, Mustafi, Ozil. Aubameyang for 6 million. This summer, Nketiah, Chambers, El Neni, Lacazette all out of contract. How can you allow so many players to leave the football club for free? Why don't we sell these players when they've got a year left? By right, we should have got 15 to 20 for Lacazette in the summer. We could have maybe got 8 to 10 million for Chambers, 5 million for El Neni, 10, 11 million for Eddie Nketiah. Even Kolasinac, you should pick up 2 or 3 million from someone. We can't sell players. I just don't understand why we cannot sell players. And this has to be put down to Edu because he's in charge of this and it hasn't changed. It has not changed, people. So South London's finest said, look at Benzema. He's still playing at a high level. Aubameyang isn't accepting playing there. I think the only way Aubameyang goes there is if there's nothing on the table. If Arsenal are saying to him, you're not going to play, and that's your only option, then he might have to take it. If he's got offers from clubs in Europe, big clubs, I think Aubameyang will say no. I don't think Aubameyang will take it. I think it depends on his options. DJ Ash said, having someone like Aubameyang on his wages, players are looking at new contracts, will use his wages as a bargaining tool for a new deal themselves. Yeah, that's how it goes. You look at whoever the top boy is, how he's performing. When it comes to your contract, you'll say, well, I want something that kind of looks similar to what he's getting. Although he has done a lot of groundwork at Arsenal compared to a lot of our players, let's be honest. Oz said, who else is in for Aubameyang in Europe? That is the question. But I reckon there would be clubs around Europe looking. Dusan Vlahovic is in here. He said, Juventus confirmed. It better not be. Do you know what I mean? We don't want none of that. Get yourself to the carpet. Frank Butcher said, Aubameyang and Mario Lemina both had heart problems after COVID. Yeah, I think, listen, I'm not sure what caused it. I'm assuming it was COVID, but definitely not good. Not a good situation, that is for damn sure. Obviously, we know he's back in London. He's being tested at the moment. But as I said, it will be interesting whether Aubameyang takes that deal or not. On the surface, it looks like a win-win for everyone. We get rid of him. He gets paid. Everyone's happy. I'm just still not sure if at 32, Aubameyang would be willing to go to a league like that. I still feel like he probably feels like he can do a little bit. But we'll have to see. Storm Steel said it's the owners, Curtis. They should get Michael Edwards. Michael Edwards is leaving Liverpool at the end of the season. I would say along with Marino at Chelsea, they're the best two technical directors in the Premier League. This is the man that sold, Jordan Ibe for 15 million, got 20 million for Solanke, got 25 million for Ryan Brewster. Sells players that haven't even played for the first team for 7-8 million. Yet we can't sell established international players for any money. How has Lacazette been allowed to run down his deal? If I'm the Arsenal manager with a year to go, we sit there, we decide, do we want to keep Lacazette, extend his contract, or you move him on? You sell him, you pick up 20 million, 15 million. You have to bring money back into the club when you're a self-sustaining model. So for me, if I'm Arsenal, I'm going for Michael Edwards in the summer. I'm pulling him over. I'm saying, listen, whatever you need, come and work with us. Edu, listen, you're trying, but this guy's next level. Dana said, Big C, in terms of freeing up wages, it's massive. Love what you're doing in your channel. Big up to you. And listen, that is one thing that I can big up for Arsenal. They've cleared the way for big signings because Kolasinac is 100 grand a week. I believe Ainsley was on about 50 grand a week. Balogun around 20 grand. And obviously Pablo Mari has been confirmed. He's gone out on loan now as well. And obviously if this Aubameyang deal happens at 300 grand, there is money there to spend. Snake Eye said side effect of is heart inflammation, curable with anti-inflammatory drugs. Hopefully Aubameyang recovers and he's all right. So yeah, get well soon to him. Arteta was speaking yesterday after the press conference. Because obviously after the press conference with the press, they do a press conference with the radio and people like that, but they don't show you that for some reason. And he was asked about bringing in players, and he did say that we were looking to make signings, which is interesting. Now, one of the players that we've been linked with, obviously, is your man Arthur, who, again, this is becoming another Daily Dusan who we're just speaking about every day, but there was good news yesterday. His agent flew to London and came to London Colney to have a meeting with Edu. Now, when your agent flies to a different country to meet a club, it means that progress is being made in terms of negotiations. But then you read this and you think, why did we not get the deal done? Now, Fabrizio Romano has said more on the Arthur Melo deal. After a meeting between his agent and Arsenal today, Juventus asked for an 18-month loan plus a buy option to let Arthur leave. So that would mean we have Arthur on loan until the end of next season. So half of this season and the whole of next season, with an option to buy at the end of it, which to me sounds great. Bring him in for 18 months. If he does well, we sign him. If he doesn't, we send him back. It's like a free trial. You know what I mean? Amazon Prime for 7 days. If you don't like it, cancel it. Arsenal only offered a straight loan until the end of the current season. Players keen on the move, but nothing agreed yet. How do we do transfer business? They offered us something that makes sense for Arsenal. Take this guy on loan for 18 months. If you don't like him, send him back. And if you do like him, sign him. Now, I suppose the worrying thing, they were trying to give us the full wage, which is on 130 grand a week. So it is a big wage. But surely if you're targeting him, taking him on loan for 18 months, I suppose Arsenal look at him thinking, if he struggles in this first 6 months, we're stuck with a player that we don't want, that doesn't want to be here, and we've got to pay 130 grand wages for a year. I get the impression Arsenal are just looking at him to fill a gap until the summer, and Juventus don't want that. Juventus are probably thinking, listen, if you want him, take him and try, and they're trying to get him out the door on a permanent. So what do you guys think of that? Let me know in the comments. Would you have taken him on an 18-month loan with an option to buy? I mean, from the outside, it sounds like a deal that makes sense. But if Arsenal aren't fully sure of his quality, then they've probably said 18-month loan is too long. 1.9k in the chat right now. Big up to each and every one of you for tuning in. Smash a like. Let's get a quick 1,000 likes on this video before the watch along tonight. It's going to be epic tonight. I'm actually so hyped up for this game. I cannot wait for it. Big game. Firemar said I would take him for 18 months. Greg said... let's see, that one's gone off. Greg said Arthur for 6 months is fine. If you're talking 18 months, go after Sanchez or Bruno. Eric said 6 months with a chance to extend. Dash Cash said, Big C, greetings from Canada. Dropped a like as always. What do you think our chances are of getting Dusan if Aubameyang leaves? I mean, it's 50-50 at the moment. Snake Eye said on loan until the end of the season. Listen, they're looking to get him out on a permanent. They're probably saying, listen, if you're going to take him, we want him out the door where we know he's pretty much not coming back. And obviously, Arsenal aren't sure about him, you know, and this is the problem. So, is it worth going for him? You know, if you're not sure about the player, I think Arsenal have to, you know, look at other things. I don't think they should just, you know, keep chasing this guy. You've had the meeting with him now. You still haven't got the deal done. You've got to look elsewhere. I just hope they've got other options. You know, I hope they're not completely relying on this Arthur deal, because we are desperate for a midfielder. But the problem we've got now, people, is Thomas Partey's on his way back. Xhaka is available after the weekend. Are Arsenal going to sit there and go, do you know what? We're not desperate. We are not desperate to get this deal done, and we can wait. And that is my worry. So, Arthur, that one is still hanging in the balance. We'll have to see what happens. Oyson said, sorry, Kurt, but I agree with Arsenal here. What happens if it's a Denis Suarez part 2? Stuck with him till next year. Yeah, that's the risk, isn't it? That's the risk. Maybe Arsenal should go for the player they actually really want, which obviously isn't him if they're not willing to take him for 18 months on loan. Zhao said we can buy a much better centre mid in the summer. Yeah, we could probably buy one now. That's the frustrating thing. Morris said 18 months loan is too much. What if Arthur doesn't play after a year? Melo flopped at Barca and Juve. Just try for 6 months. Obviously, that probably doesn't suit Juventus. That's the problem. Gunner67 said we are going for somebody else. Arthur is a smoke screen, possibly. Everyone trying to take advantage of us. When clubs know that you're out here trying to buy, they're going to take advantage of you. They know that Arsenal are looking for players. They know we've got money, and they're going to try and take advantage of us. That's the problem. Even Arsenal don't want it. Joe said, Big C from McAllen, Texas. We need players now, damn it. I'm telling you, desperately. Anthony said, see you net. 50 pence they were calling me yesterday. Yo, you lot are killing me in the community, people. C-unit business, people. Get Dembele to the carpet. I mean, listen. You know what? Report came out today. Barcelona are going to sell Dembele. Let me get that up. You know, Dembele's just one of them players that I've always liked. He's so skillful. He's such a good player. They want to get rid of him this month. Let me get that story up. The fallout happened. He's been left out of the squad for Barcelona's game tonight. And they've announced that he's leaving. They actually want to sell him this month. Barca Dembele, it's over. Barcelona director Alemani announces it's clear Dembele does not want to continue with Barcelona. He doesn't want to be part of our project. We told Dembele he has to leave immediately. We expect Osman to be sold before January the 31st. He has 6 months left on his contract. Would you take a risk? Would you take a risk? Man said Dembele. He is injury prone. He is injury prone, and he is on massive wages. That's the only thing. I think if we could have got him on a free in the summer, I might have taken the chance on him. But having to pay a transfer fee as well, and he's being linked with Chelsea. A lot of you saying no. A lot of you saying no. Martinelli better than Dembele, says Craze. I'm not sure about that, but the injuries is the problem. Sam said, how I wish we could get Dembele. If he stays injury-free, then you get a baller. He loves playing Fortnite. It could be Mesut Ozil Part 2. Could be Mesut Ozil Part 2. So it's an interesting one. It is an interesting one. Now, it is that time, people. Do Daily Dusan. He's back, people. Do we ever go through a January transfer window show without talking about the man himself, Dusan Vlahovic? I literally am at the point where I can't even stand saying the guy's name. You know what I mean? It's actually giving me a headache. Just get the guy to the carpet and be done with it. Daily Dusan settings, people. I need a little music tone desperately. Let me try and sort that before the end of the month. The latest, there's reports going here, there and everywhere. Oh, Arsenal have agreed a deal for him. They've offered 80 million. They've offered 60 million plus Lucas Torreira. Let's be honest, people. We haven't made an offer for him, in my opinion, at the moment. David Ornstein did an interview with The Athletic. The Athletic is kind of the mouthpiece of Arsenal. Ornstein said on Vlahovic, this was yesterday, my information is that Arsenal would be prepared to fund it. And I think Fiorentina would be prepared to cash in. Whether he wants to do it now, whether his agent, who will play a key role in this situation, wants to do it, is a different matter. It's the same thing we hear every single day. The story isn't really developing. He went on to say it was a summer plan to fill the striker's position. But if Arsenal could bring it to January, they would do it. It may see them steal a march on some of their rivals for players like Vlahovic, who tops the list, Isaac and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. It's more desire than deals waiting to go. So what I think Arsenal are saying is, we can pay what you want. I think they're waiting for the nod from the player and the agent. They're not going to make an offer for a player when the player is saying, I don't want to sign for you. You make an offer for the player when the player says, do you know what? If you offer that, and that, I'll come to you. Then you make the offer. I think Arsenal are still trying to negotiate with the player, with the agent, and this is why there's no offer. You can go on Twitter today. Some people are saying, oh, we've had an offer accepted. There's no offer accepted. Alan said, rumours circulating on Twitter, he hasn't trained for the past 2 days. That could be interesting. I did hear that as well. Somebody put something saying he didn't train this morning. And like I said, I think the other day there was an element of goodbye in that. I do think he was saying sorry for missing the penalty. But also, because that was the last home game in January, I think there was an element of, listen, if I do leave, all the best, goodbye, thanks for everything, because he doesn't have another home game for the rest of January. So that is interesting with Dusan, but the story hasn't developed. It hasn't developed. Some people are putting up headlines with agreed deals. As far as I'm concerned and everything I've read, we haven't agreed anything yet with Dusan Vlahovic. It's a waiting game, unfortunately. And his agent is playing a blinder at the moment. It's all waffle, Curtis. A unique piece has said, we're going to end up with the end of the night 6 out of 10 beer goggle. I mean, listen, what happens over the next 11 days for Arsenal could dictate our whole season. Let's be totally honest. We're now 6th in the Premier League after the results last night. Tottenham went above us, and Manchester United are level on points with us, and Tottenham have a game in hand, and West Ham are above us, although we have 2 games in hand on them. Fine margins, people. Tomorrow afternoon, we could be doing Arsenal therapy, having a meltdown. We could be saying, oh my God, we're in the final. We're now going to go and sign players, and this season is looking fantastic. Fine margins, people. Very fine margins. But the Dusan Vlahovic deal, man, nothing has really changed. We're in the same position. I think we're ready to pay it, but the player's not convinced yet. So we have to wait. I don't think the player had any plans of leaving in January. I think his plan, and listen, if you're him, you're probably thinking, wait until the summer, and I'm going to have more offers. So why force it now and go to Arsenal when you're not really convinced of where Arsenal are going to be? It's going to be difficult. Arsenal are in a position right now where if they do things right this month, they could finish fourth. If they do things wrong, they could finish seventh or eighth. And that's the reality of where we are, people. If we sell Aubameyang to Saudi Arabia, a lot of people saying, yep, get rid of him. Okay, that's fine. Now, where are the goals coming from? Lacazette? No. Lacazette ain't going to score the goals to get us in the top four. He's never done that. Eddie and Nketiah? No chance. Not a chance on earth. So where are the goals coming from? Yep, the wingers are chipping in with goals. But we don't have Salah, Mane, Sterling, Mahrez type of wingers who get you 20. We might get 10, 15 out of our wingers. That's not enough. A striker's got to contribute. So Aubameyang is a goal scorer. He's not the goal scorer he once was. If you're going to sell him, that's fine. You're clearing the decks for players to come in. You can't just sell players who have quality and not replace them. If Aubameyang leaves, Vlahovic has to come in. You've got to get that deal done, in my opinion. Big up Fran in the chat. Hope you're well. He said, yes, brother. Shout out to the community and hit the like. Hope you're well, bro. Didn't manage to catch a stream today. Apologies, bro. But I will watch it back and like it as always. Yeah, looking forward to the game tonight. Dollar Hyde said, big up Curtis, what are your thoughts on the story about the Arsenal player involved in the spot fixing? Rumour has it is Granit who is involved. Now, obviously, this story came out last night in The Athletic that the league are investigating dodgy betting. There was dodgy betting during a game about a yellow card. There was an influx of money put on a player to get booked during a game. Now, every time we play, I joke and I say, listen, people, if you like to put a bet on, not encouraging betting, by the way, it's not something I support. If you like to put a bet on, stick some money on Granit Xhaka to get a yellow card. It's like free money. And all of a sudden, there's rumours that £66,000 was put on an Arsenal player to get booked. Well, if it is Mr. Xhaka, you know, whoever that was, I'm sure you made some peas that weekend because Xhaka to get booked is a cert. You might even go for Xhaka to get a red card. You know them ones because you know Xhaka's got a red card in him. So to me, if someone's put 60 bags on Xhaka to get booked, I don't even think that is suspicious. I think you've been quite smart. And if you got 60 grand spare, you probably flip that. You know, I can't blame you. Listen, I know there's a serious side to it, but come on, man. Xhaka, it's got to be Granit Xhaka. The man's had over 50 yellow cards since he's been at Arsenal, man. They haven't revealed who it is. The FA are investigating, apparently, but it is what it is, people. Big up my bro, Jar Digger. He said, large up my Arsenal family, Kurt. Bless up, bro. Big up to my boy, Jar. That's family there. Go and check out his YouTube channel. One of the best grime hip-hop artists from Nottingham. Top quality. Let's see what it said. You only get 60,000 and £10 back. The odds are that bad, you know what I mean? The ref probably did it. The ref probably said, you know what? Let me put 60 grand on Xhaka to get booked. It's light work, you know? It's absolute light work. If I had 60 grand spare, I might have slapped it down myself, you know what I mean? 2.3k in the chat. Unbelievable numbers, people. Match day today. League Cup semi-final. I'll be back at 7:15 tonight for the watch-along. It's going to be Scenes FC, people. Let me tell you that. Smash a like. Let's get 1,000 likes. And road to 50k settings, people. Couple more things to talk about before we wind up the show. Something that added a little bit more heat to the game tonight. And I've had a few messages from some vexed Liverpool fans. But only the truth will set you free, people. This is what they say. The Athletic, again, the mouthpiece of Arsenal, it seems. They have said Liverpool originally returned negative COVID tests. Then they ordered extra ones that weren't required. That is interesting. They turned up positive, so the game versus Arsenal was called off. But it then came around that the tests were faulty, even though that was not made public at first. Now listen. there are certain guidelines out there on YouTube. They don't want you to talk too much about these kind of subjects. Big up to Sebs, who's going to the stadium tonight. Should be rocking. But you can see the man got negative COVID tests, and these man said, nah, let's get some more. I don't want to say too much on the matter. Listen, Liverpool might have thought there's a few players here that have got symptoms and they came back with a negative test, and they might have just said, let's double down, let's do another one just to make sure. I'm trying to be carefully, I got to tread carefully. Then they ordered another batch. They all came back positive, and then it turns out they were faulty. In the words of the famous Jose Mourinho, I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I am in big, big trouble. And I don't want to get in big trouble. I will leave it there. I will not speak on the matter too much. You can all see it in black and white. I don't know, people. Let me leave it there. I had some very angry Liverpool fans in the comments prior to the show even starting. It is what it is, people. I'm just reporting the news. I ain't making it up, but that's what it is. I just wanted to say this. I've just seen this, right? And I'm going to bring this up. Granit Xhaka, doing an interview on Sky. Man's been sent off. He's let us down. He's suspended, all of that. He's out here doing interviews. And the headline, the man said, is it April Fool's Day, people? Someone let me know. I don't understand this guy one bit. The jacket looks decent, by the way. Look, he's wearing the train track underneath as well. Is this first sentence an absolute joke, if ever you've heard one? The guys know I will never, ever let them down. And here he is. Granit's right here in the comments, people. The guys know I will never let them down. He's saying that in an interview while he's currently suspended because of a red card. Is this a joke? Is it April Fool's Day? What's he talking about? The delusion is unbelievable. I don't understand. What's that thing? Somebody said, is it called Stockholm Syndrome? Like somebody holds you hostage and you begin to take a liking to them. I feel like Arteta's been held hostage by this guy and he's forgotten, and all of a sudden he thinks he's a good player. What is he talking? The guys know I will never let them down. He's saying that while he's suspended. Granted, honestly, I have never met a player. I've never known a player like this in my life at Arsenal, ever. I have never known it. I honestly believe when he looks in the mirror, he sees Zinedine Zidane, prime Zinedine Zidane, when he looks in the mirror. He doesn't see Granit Xhaka. He sees prime Zizou. Granit says, despite not being able to be on the pitch, he will prepare with the team and help them in the dressing room. For what? What are you going to be? You the cheerleader? You're gonna go in there with some pom-poms and start dancing? A-O-S-E-N-A-L Arsenal! Nah, come on, man. Come on. End this joke. Just end it. Book him another plane with Maitland-Niles and just send him to Mourinho, man. How can you say the guys know I'll never let them down while you're suspended? And then the man says, despite not being able to be on the pitch, he will help the team prepare in the dressing room. What are you doing, bro? You're gonna tie Lacazette's laces for him. Do you know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do in the changing room? Give him a speech while you're on a 2-match ban? It's crazy, bruv. It's ludicrous. And I'm not talking about the rapper. It's insane, bruv. Granit. This guy's a madman. Seriously, this guy's a lunatic. He'll never let us down, but he's currently on a 2-match ban. Cheers, Granite. Maybe it was all part of the plan. Maybe he needed to get sent off so that we got the Tottenham game called off, man. Maybe there's a bigger picture. You know what I mean? What's going on? Yeah, maybe the Zidane, the headbutt Zidane. You know what I mean? Man said, T, hey, you know what I mean? Jeez, man. Yeah, the jacket, though. I can't lie, people. The jacket's a problem. I never knew they had the jacket with this pattern in blue. Yo, we win tonight, man. You know, I said I wouldn't order the train track T-shirt. I never said everything else. I can't lie, people. If we beat Liverpool tonight, there could be next day deliveries, man. I am a bit shameless at times, but it is what it is. People, what else have we got? What we got left? I thought I'd bring this up. Bit of history. You know, I like a bit of history on it. The last time Arsenal won the League Cup, 1993. We haven't won this trophy for a long time. A lot of people in the comments, maybe you weren't even born in 1993. The last time Arsenal won the League Cup under George Graham at Wembley. Who is this man in the front holding the trophy? Only Mr. Brook the Neck himself. Only Super Kevin Campbell, people. Man like Kev, Paul Merson, Paul Davis, Winterburn, Seaman, Parler, O'Leary. Ballers, Kevin Campbell, people. Big Kev, they won the double. League double that year. Cup double. Man like Kev, Cray said he was born that year. Do you know what I mean? That's why I say, man, when Kev's on here, man, we do have to put some respect on this name. This guy won trophies at Arsenal, you know what I mean? So, certain man ain't won trophies. We need to repeat history tonight, people. We need to be beating Liverpool tonight. It's a tough game. It is a tough game. It's Liverpool. They've got bags of quality, but they have got very good players missing. We need to beat them. We need to beat them. It's on our ground. They weren't great at the weekend, even though they won, 3-0 in the end. The first half, they were a little bit disappointed with the performance. And obviously, we held them out with 10 men. Defend properly. We did a team yesterday. Reports coming out today, people, that Tomiyasu, Smith Rowe, Martin Odegaard, they're all back. Now, Sean's saying the big dogs are rolling into town. Bellies are getting tickled. Nah, man, we're coming for you tonight, man. I'm telling you. Make sure Milner's in midfield, man. I can't lie. I want Milner in midfield. Yeah, get that old man in midfield so we can run him ragged. Yeah. But it's going to be an interesting game. For me, I would play Odegaard and Smith Rowe in midfield. I would play a midfield three. Get bodies in there. Get energy in there. Lokonga, Smith Rowe, Odegaard, flat three. When we've got the ball, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, you can join in. When we haven't, stay tight. Keep the three in there. Some people have said Chambers. I'm not sure Chambers is good enough to play in midfield against Liverpool. I'm not. I'm not sure if he's good enough. I know he's done a job there for Fulham when he went on loan, but I wouldn't want to see Callum Chambers against Fabinho. Some people have said play Ben White. To me, you don't weaken your back four to try and strengthen the midfield. I would go with a midfield three: Lokonga, Odegaard, Smith Rowe. Front three: Lacazette, Martinelli, Saka. Back four picks itself. Keeper picks itself. 60,000 sellout tonight at the Emirates. It's going to be rocking. We haven't won this trophy in nearly 20 years. I actually think if we get to the final, we'll win it. I honestly think we'll beat Chelsea in the final at Wembley. The way they play, I just feel like we can beat them. Lukaku ain't playing like he played when he ruined Pablo Mari either. The team lineup tonight is going to affect everything because if we pick the right team, I think we beat them. If I start seeing Callum Chambers centre mid or Ben White centre mid with Rob Holding at the back, it could be a long night. I don't know. If Eddie Nketiah plays and them kind of man there, it could be a long night at the office, people. We need to pick the right team. Now, Liverpool, no Oxlade-Chamberlain, which is a boost because I think Ox would have been fired up for this. A lot of speed in his game. You know what I mean? James Milner, I can't lie. James Milner's probably older than Gunnosaurus. Let me not slander him too much still because, I don't want to tempt fate. Milner will probably slap one top corner now. But James Milner, a lot of Liverpool fans moaning about this Milner and Henderson in midfield. You know, they're old. They've got age on their side. They're probably about 70 between them. I'm not even bantering, you know. Pedro said we go full strength. That's all we've got, bro. We ain't got nothing on the bench, really, to bring on. So we have to, you know. You're not trusting Eddie. Don't ever call him Eddie Shaw. I am better than Eddie Nketiah, I'm telling you. I bet half of you are better than Eddie Nketiah as well. Oh, sorry, Eddie. I know I slander him, but it's too much. All the phone call celebrations, man. It's all right doing it against League One teams, but I ain't never seen him do it. Do it tonight against Van Dijk. If he does call me tonight against Van Dijk, I'll put some serious respect on his name. If Milner scores, we blame Curtis. Yeah, man. I'm not gonna diss him too much. Ice Age. Side note, Curtis. Jamaican bobsleigh team is doing great. Cool running settings. Come on, man. Sanka, you dead? Yeah, man. Proper film that. Milner 36, Hendo 31. Nearly. They're nearly retiring between them. Nearly 70. Too many calls, low reception. Chambers as a lone DM worries me a bit. Not good enough on the ball for me. Get rinsed by Liverpool's midfield. Eddie V. Curtis shoot off. I'll win that easy. Light work. Ain't never seen him chip the goalkeeper. Yeah, man. Eddie get brushed aside, man. Prediction for me tonight. I'm going for a 2-1 win for Arsenal. I'm going for a 2-1 win. I think we can beat them. Usman's put a team here. Ramsdale, Gabriel, White, Tomiyasu, Tierney, Tavares, Sambi, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, Lacazette. I mean, how are you lining up there? I can't see how that is lining up. Are you playing Tavares in midfield? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what your system is there. But I don't think Tavares will be playing tonight. That's for sure. He'll come off the bench. Joshua, big up, bro. Said, big up, Curtis. Eddie scores the winner tonight. He's just changed his tariff to unlimited goals, minutes, and Eddie scores the winner tonight. He's on the green screen all week for banter. The whole week. Expected formation, 4-4-1-1. Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, Holding, Magalhaes, Tierney, Saka, White, Lokonga, Martinelli, Odegaard, Lacazette. I don't want to see that. I do not want to see Ben White in midfield. But listen, either way, it's going to be a great game. Looking forward to it. I'm going for a 2-1 win. Get your score predictions in before we round up, people. Only a short one today. 2,400 of you in the chat as well. Great numbers as always. Captain Sal, big up to you, bro. Big Liverpool fan said, sorry, Curtis, but you will lose 3-1. All right, if you lose, just make sure you're in the chat tomorrow, man. I'm waiting for you. You know, I'm waiting for you, bro. Man said, clip that Ross, man. Clip it. Eddie can have the whole week on the green screen if he puts us in the final. Shamelessly as well. You still collabing with Wax? Yeah, man. Do you know what it is at the moment? Transfer window, it's a bit mad. Obviously, after Sunday's game against Burnley, we don't play for 2 weeks, so everything slows down a bit. I'll start collabing. James said 2-1 Liverpool. 2-0 Shameless, said Agent. Gunnar8 said 3-2 to Arsenal. Ibrahima said 2-0 to Arsenal. Clean sheet would be unbelievable. 4-0 Arsenal, says Prime. Relly said 2-0 Liverpool. HMT said it's going pens. If it goes to pens, yo, man, I could be getting an eviction notice for the noise if it goes to pens. Guna Gang says 3-1. Martinelli hat-trick like the Vela days. Carlos Vela used to love chipping goalkeepers. Charles Guna said 3-2 to Arsenal. Levan said my prediction 2-1 to Arsenal. That's what I've gone for as well. Could Wilshere be signing up his Insta post from last night with the egg timers? Don't start doing that, man. As I said before, we all love the Jack Wilshere fairy tale, but this is real life, man. I don't want to see Jack Wilshere back at Arsenal as a player. As much, you know, respectfully, man. Them days are done. Let's sign some big-time midfielders. People, I am out of here. Big up to each and every one of you for tuning in. 2,400 of you in the chat. Let's hit 1,000 likes. Subscribe if you haven't already. 7:15 tonight. Arsenal against Liverpool. Scenes FC on the way. I am going to be hyped up tonight, people. One way or another. We'll either be at Wembley or we'll be planning Arsenal therapy. Can Arsenal get to the final? London derby against Chelsea. Enjoy the rest of your day because tonight is going to be hectic. 7:15 Arsenal against Liverpool watch along. Enjoy the rest of your day, people, and I will see you tonight. Bless.